Okay people, welcome to another exciting episode of Fornever News! We got some stories to talk about today. For starters, we got two different pieces of Black Clover news. Now we got some seemingly good news for the anime. Now, a lot of y'all know that we talked about there being rumors circulating regarding the cancellation of the Black Clover anime. Well, this latest round of news kind of hinting at some good stuff, and we're gonna get into that. But then on the flip side of it, we got some bad news that overall kind of affects the franchise as a whole regarding something shutting down recently for the Black Clover franchise, so we're gonna talk about that as well. We also got an update on the upcoming new series from the creator of Katekyo, Hitman Reborn. Apparently Jump is doing some weird stuff there. We'll talk about it because it's just kind of bizarre. Like, hey, we got the big announcement about it just the other day, and now it's like, what the heck is going on? So we will talk about that. Got a small little teaser for the upcoming season of World Trigger, and I know a lot of people are excited about that. There's a lot of World Trigger fans out there. One of the creators of the promised Neverland is working and cooking up some new stuff, so we're gonna get into that. One Piece fans will be happy to note that there is an update on the series, and in particular on the creator of One Piece, Eiichiro Oda. And you know, we've been worried after the latest announcements, but we got an update that is going to hopefully alleviate some of you guys' minds, because yeah, it gets scary in 2020 when you hear certain things about creators. But yeah, we got an update on that. For fans of the series Twin Star Exorcist, we got an update on the series seemingly entering its finale, its final arc, so we're gonna get into that information. I know there's quite a few fans of that, although I'm not particularly the biggest fan of that, and we'll talk about that when we get to the story. And lastly, we got seemingly a potential tease from one of the staff members that works on Vinland Saga of potentially some great news for the future of the anime. If you know anything about what I loved of last year's anime, Vinland Saga Season 1 was immaculate, 10 out of 10, incredible. So if there's any updates, especially some good news to share, I'm gonna bring it to you guys' attention. I love Vinland Saga. And we also got a small little poster for My Hero Academia's upcoming anime season. We just talked about the air date for it, but they got a little teaser for that as well, so we'll cover that. So without further ado, people, let's jump into another exciting episode of Fornever News! The only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related, and we don't bore you. We get into the shits, people. Let's do it.
I say we gonna do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move. That's how it be though.
Okay people, so let's start off with the stories regarding Black Clover. Like I said, we had two pieces of news. For starters, let's talk about the anime, which could potentially be, with this piece of news, hinting at good news regarding the anime, because in case you haven't been aware, the last few months heavy rumors have been circulating that the anime is coming to a conclusion, whether it's a hiatus or a cancellation. But people have been saying, the word has been circulating that Black Clover anime will be coming to an end soon, which it's a bummer and a half to hear and even think about. However, with this upcoming piece of news from the latest issue of Shonen Jump regarding Asta's voice actor, things could be heading in a good direction. Let's read. Asta's voice actor Gakuto Kajiwara will give his signature for 4 lucky fans to commemorate 4 years of the anime broadcast. Black Clover's TV anime started airing on October 3rd, 2017. Now you're probably thinking like, okay, what? He's giving his signature. What's the big deal? Well, if Black Clover aired in 2017, it's only been 3 years since the Black Clover anime initially started, right? That was the beginning of the broadcast. So for them to be commemorating 4 years, it's kind of interesting, because if that's the case, that is saying that it's kind of confirming that there's going to be a 4th year incoming of the Black Clover anime, which I ain't gonna lie, I really hope that's the case. I hope this is kind of like something slipping through the cracks to give us an update, because it would be terrible if Black Clover's anime ended prematurely. I mean, the arc that we're in right now, even though it's an anime only, is all build up for the upcoming canonical arc from when we get back to the manga stuff. So if the Black Clover anime was to end without getting to that point, it would be like a slap in the face to all the fans that have been supporting and following it. Also, it's a very big IP for TV Tokyo. It's one of the biggest franchises that they have. So it would be just a terrible decision all around, a slap in the face to the fans, a slap in the face to the investors and everything for them to end. And with this piece of news that they're celebrating 4 years, 4 lucky signatures, that could very well mean that the Black Clover anime is going to be safe for the next year to come. That could mean that they've already ordered the next 50 or so episodes, because they usually order with the Black Clover anime batches of 50. That's kind of like how they round up their seasons and shit like that. So I hope that's the case. That would be great news. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted if we get any other updates further regarding the Black Clover anime's fate. But as it stands right now, that's a good sign. However, on the flip side of things, some negative news regarding the Black Clover series or the franchise. Apparently the mobile game, the smartphone game, is shutting down service here soon. Let's read. Black Clover Phantom Knight smartphone game ends service on December 9th. Kingdom Defense RPG launched in Japan in November of 2018. Bandai Namco Entertainment announced on Wednesday that both the Japanese version and the English language global version of the Black Clover Phantom Knights, aka Black Clover Mugen no Kishidan smartphone game, are ending service on December 9th. The game will halt sales of in-game currency on November 4th. Again, the game launched in November 2018. Bandai Namco released the game's English version for iOS and Android in January, so just this year. Wow, that's terrible. The Kingdom Defense role-playing game is free to play and includes in-game items available for purchase, and that is a bad sign, because that means that, it bombed. For them to close things down, usually when they do that is because they don't want to keep investing on, the servers and new content, so they just kind of wipe it clean. And Black Clover hasn't really been that successful with, like, for starters, again, the mobile game, them closing that down, and also like the PS4 game that came out wasn't that good at all, to be honest with you. It was kind of on the more so bad side, so it hasn't been successful in that realm. It seems as though the biggest thing that the Black Clover anime has had, or the Black Clover franchise for that matter, is the success of the anime, because obviously the manga sales aren't the greatest in the world. I mean, we know that the manga, content-wise, has been freaking awesome. Like, you can't deny that the manga has been pretty freaking dope, but in terms of other areas, it seems as though Black Clover, for whatever reason, has had a real difficult time finding its niche in terms of getting an audience that really rocks with it and taking it and catapulting it to that mainstream. Because I remember many years ago them saying that they wanted Black Clover to become the next Naruto, and it's clear as day that Black Clover has kind of failed that, unfortunately, and My Hero Academia has definitely held that spot. But yeah, at the very least, there's good news for the anime side. Mobile game shutting down, it's like, damn, that's another revenue stream that didn't perform well. Next up, a very popular manga, Twin Star Exorcist. Now, it had an anime, I want to say, a few years back, and to be honest with you, I bought that anime on Blu-ray, and I absolutely hated it. I thought it was terrible, and from my understanding, a lot of people felt the same way, the same sentiment, because it has like a small piece of canon material, and then it dives into an endless void of filler afterwards, so that could probably explain why I really couldn't get into the Twin Star Exorcist series. But it seems as though the manga is entering its final arc, and if I remember correctly, the first time I ever heard of this series was Masashi Kishimoto, towards the end of Naruto's run, was talking about how he really enjoyed it, so that was one of the things that put it on my radar. But maybe the manga is totally different from the anime. Again, a lot of people say that, but I couldn't get into the anime, so I never really got invested into this one. But I know there's a lot of people that care, so let's read. Twin Star Exorcist manga starts final arc. This year's November issue of Shueisha's Jump Square magazine featured on Friday a message from Yoshiaki Sukeno that reveals that his Twin Star Exorcist manga is starting the final arc in the magazine's next issue in November. Sukeno's message states, "A new arc starts next month. It's not an exaggeration to say it's the final arc." So I know that's a big bummer for fans of the series, but man, maybe with it coming to a conclusion, if there's still a decent amount of popularity, it could get somewhat of a brotherhood type of approach with an anime and get us a decent anime. Because again, like, I tried really hard to like Twin Star Exorcist, because I was like, hey, a cool shonen, maybe I like it. It's a little bit of a different premise and shit like that, but boy, I just really couldn't get into the anime. Next up, an update on the upcoming new series from the creator of Katekyo Hitman Reborn. It was about an episode or so ago that I talked about Hitman Reborn's creator was getting a new series in Shonen Jump Plus, but apparently that's not happening, at the very least, according to the schedule that was released. Let's read. Due to unknown reasons, Akira Amano's, aka Akira Amano, the creator of Hitman Reborn, new series has been removed from the October Jump Plus new series page, leaving only the other 2 series that were announced. It's completely unknown when will it be published and where, which is really bizarre, because we just got that announcement not that long ago, a few days ago, that hey, big news, Akira Amano's returning, and then for this to happen, either she fell ill or something behind the scenes that we don't know about went down, because this is just really bizarre that within a few days of it being announced, it gets ran off the shelf. I mean, it could be an accident or something like that. Hopefully it's just like a mistake and they're going to put it back up, but as it stands right now, the creator of Hitman Reborn's next work is on pause, which really sucks, because Akira Amano has a great pen game, awesome art. Like, no, I need Akira Amano, and that little page of a teaser looked really cool, the art that we got. So hopefully, again, they get it together and we could get that next work, because I'm excited. I love Reborn. So one of the creators of The Promised Neverland is actually onto something new, but it's still going to be Promised Neverland related. Let's read this one. According to her new comment in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 44, Demizu Posca, artist for The Promised Neverland, is working on a new manuscript for the series. It is yet unknown what the manuscript is about or where will it be published. Now, I'm curious because we just got announced that one shot that is going to be premiering in this upcoming issue of Weekly Shonen Jump magazine about Rei and shit like that. So if it's another manuscript, is it going to be another, you know, side story? Are they going to do a spin-off series or some shit like that? Because there's definitely a very huge investment in the series. Like, Shonen Jump does care, Shueisha does care about having the franchise around. Like, they got a license for an Amazon live action, they got the film coming out, they got season 2 in the works, so they are invested. It could very well be that they're like, yo, plus we just got announced 25 million sales in circulation of the manga. Hey, let's get a little bit more going that could be published and could piggyback off of the success of the film and everything else that they got coming out for The Promised Neverland. Because with it stopping, it's kind of like, hey, you know, we could have more product to promote with everything that's coming out. So we just gotta wait and see. But either way, it seems as though more Promised Neverland manga is on the way. One Piece fans, I know we were worried. I've been worried, and I know a lot of you been worried as well, and praying for Oda, because recently it was announced that the next couple issues of Weekly Shonen Jump, One Piece will be absent due to Oda suddenly falling ill. And again, all of us were worried, like, yo, with everything going on, the pandemic and shit like that, you don't know what could happen. But we got some great news from Shonen Jump in the recent issue. They put out a statement. Let's read. Notice, One Piece was scheduled to be published in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 44, but due to a sudden illness that left the author in poor physical condition, the series was absent. However, Eiichiro Oda has now recovered and will resume serialization in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 46. Thank you for your understanding. So they confirmed that he has already recovered, which, mind you, you gotta think that these manga, you know, chapters, they usually have already 2 or 3 in the tuck. So he got sick probably a couple weeks ago, and that's what kind of affected the chain of events, and that's probably why he put out that comment of, hey, I want to try to reach 1,000 by the end of the year, because he already knew there was going to be some consecutive breaks. But I'm just happy to hear that Oda is in good health. He's fully recovered, thank goodness. Do not like hearing that. I respect these creators too much to, you know, again, like I said before, I'll say it again, fuck writing the manga, focus on your health. And the fact that he is getting, you know, he's back up and running and shit, good shit, Oda. Very happy to hear it. Quickly, we got a page in the latest issue of Shonen Jump that was a teaser or a promo page for the upcoming season of My Hero Academia. It says My Hero Academia 5th season start 2021 spring, with an awesome visual of class 1A, and I think that's class 1B members there, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Shinzo is also there in the corner, because if you remember, you know, if you follow the manga and shit like that, then you know what we're probably going to start off with moving forward into season 5 of the anime. Either way, I'm really excited, and it was dope that they at least they're getting the gears ready, because, you know, time will fly by, and next thing you know, we're like, oh shit, episode 1 of season 5 of My Hero's here, let's go. And while we're at it, there was also a teaser visual released for the upcoming season of World Trigger season 2, with, I believe that's the main character, and the art always looks great for World Trigger. I never could get into World Trigger. I remember trying to watch the anime back in the day, and I had seen one episode, and I was like, Toei Animation, what the hell is this still visual shit that you're handing us? So I never could get into World Trigger. I wish I did, because to be honest with you, I've heard some great things. But yeah, for fans of the anime, you can look forward to a new season starting pretty soon, and it got a pretty cool teaser visual. And lastly, so there was one of the people that work on the production of Vinland Saga, the anime, was on Twitter and recently released a visual of some of the characters from season 1. They had Thorfinn, Askeladd, Canute, and he wrote, I made a mistake in my name, so I corrected it. By the way, I made the Tor dirty scratch, which this is Google Translate or whatever, the baldness, and added to the princess treatment to the prince, which, okay, cool visual. But then alongside that, he replied to himself with a couple other tweets saying, Thorfinn said, how long must we wait? Askeladd said, that's why I hate kids. Canude said, it's soon, I guess. And he wrote, there is a small Easter egg too. Please try to find it when you have time. Whatever it is, there are no deep meanings. And somebody wrote, the ruins on the bottom left say season 2. It's confirmed, lads, which I'm not sure if that is 100% accurate, if the runes say that or not, but it seems as though they're teasing at the very least. And Vinland Saga already has been over for a year now. Oh my god, if they're already bringing that next season, I really hope that it's the case that they're already working on the next season, because Vinland Saga hands down was a masterpiece, and if they have the same studio and everything, oh, this is gonna be incredible. I can't freaking wait. I love Vinland Saga to death, and this is good news. Seemingly the gears are turning for the next installment of the Vinland Saga anime. But I'm curious what you guys thought about today's episode of Fornever News. Which story caught your eye the most? What do you guys think about the Hitman Reborn creator's next work being put on pause and removed from the list? Do you think it's something on the creative side? Maybe Akira Amano is ill. If she is, best wishes, prayers, and all of that stuff, because again, gotta keep the same energy. If I felt that for Oda, I got that for Akira Amano as well. So hopefully, again, it's just maybe something on the creative side and they're trying to figure that out, and we'll get it soon. Vinland Saga season 2, baby. Are you ready for it? I am ready for it. I hope that's the case. I hope that was the teaser that person from the production of the series put out there, because I need it. Are you guys hyped for World Trigger? Again, we got the new visual. Your thoughts on Twin Star Exorcist manga entering its final arc? Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan, but I know there's people that really care about the series, so yeah, enjoy it while it lasts. Thoughts on the Black Clover anime? Do you think that kind of confirms that we're going to get a whole other year of Black Clover anime episodes, with the voice actor of Asta saying that he's commemorating 4 years of the anime when we're only on year 3? Actually, tomorrow makes it the 3rd year of the Black Clover anime, October 3rd, 2017, October 3rd, 2020. What are your expectations for the upcoming manuscript that is going to be coming for the Promised Neverland manga? Do you think they're working on a side story, a spin-off, a sequel? I hope not a sequel. I think we're fine with where it landed at this point. It wasn't the greatest ending in the world. And your thoughts on any of the topics we covered in today's episode. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day, and remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in. And you guys just watched another episode of Fornever News. Have an awesome day.
It's nights like this, and times like this, that I can give another hit. But I've got this inside a switch, a natural bliss, but that I miss.